Well, Monte Mohr is the real estate expert in our area many of you have been turning to for advice. Monte is joining us now with more of the questions you've written and sent in. Monte, welcome back to the show.
Great to be here.
Hey, it's been a while. Good to have you back.
Thank you.
And we're going to go ahead and get started with our first question. This comes from Philip and Bonnie.
More good questions.
Out in Nashville. Yeah, lots of good questions. They write in and they say, we've never owned a home before and we're both in our 60s. Will our age affect our ability to get a loan with a mortgage company? What would you say?
Well, that's a great question. You know, it seems like it would, but truly, I've actually helped people in their 80s get a 30-year mortgage. As long as you qualify income-wise and credit-wise, it doesn't matter how old you are, you can still get a mortgage.
Interesting.
Not a problem.
All right, good tips there for Philip and Bonnie and others. Now, the second one comes from Jeffrey in Murfreesboro. He says, the agent we listed our home with, which was his brother-in-law, is no longer in the real estate business. The agent that took over our listing is doing nothing to get our home sold. So what can we do? Our listing agreement says it doesn't expire for 6 more months. Please help.
Casey, that's not an uncommon question I'm getting nowadays because so many agents have dropped out of the business because of the markets being so tough.
Right.
Probably what I would do is talk to the broker first and explain to him or her your concerns. Or I would probably be even more proactive and say, I'm not happy with this. This kind of market, you cannot be complacent. You have to be aggressive. Probably what I would do is start interviewing some agents, find somebody I felt had my best interest at heart, was going to be more proactive in helping me get my home sold, than just sit there waiting for that 6 months. Every day counts. In this kind of a market, it's time and exposure. I get more aggressive personally.
Okay. So you got to find the best fit, someone who can really help you out.
Right.
Good advice. Okay, number 3, this is from Cindy and Kevin in Franklin. They say, we've been watching you on More at Midday, and we want to utilize your WeSellHomesForFree.com service, but are not planning on selling our home for a few months. Will you still be offering this service after the first of the year? We heard you may not be. And this service has been helping out a lot of people. This is a good question.
It has. You know, I've sold over around 50 homes this year, and a lot of those were for free. Honestly, I had every intention of stopping the service into this month because I have to sell 2 homes to get paid on 1. But I've had so many requests here lately, especially, where people are seeing the market hasn't changed like they thought it was going to, and every dollar of equity is more valuable than ever before. So I'm probably going to continue the service for a while. The best thing to do is to call me up, contact me, get your name registered, and I'll be sure to honor that whenever you decide to sell. That's the best thing.
So they need to take advantage of it while it's still available.
Absolutely.
All right, so Kimberly from Bellevue, she writes in, she says, what can I do to convince my husband to lower the price of our house so it will sell? He just keeps saying that we are not going to give our home away as we do not have to sell, but I do want to move closer to my aging parents. And we trust you, so please help. Give them some advice.
Well, you know, Casey, that's a big challenge. You know, so many of us guys have this thing called ego, and darn it, you know, I'm not going to lose money, and we're going to make good investments and so forth. I think the first thing to realize is if you're going to buy something else, it's just a shuffle of funds. So what if I lose money on this end? I'll make up for it on the other end. But even if you're not going to be buying something else, we're looking at a market here. It probably could be another 2 to 5 years before we really see it turn around. And you have to really weigh out the quality of life and so forth, and just how precious life is. Do you really want to sit here and wait to get a value that may not happen for years to come? So personally, I would have a heart to heart with him and say, look, man, it's really important. If mama's not happy, nobody's happy.
That's
so
right.
get your darn home sold.
Gotta weigh the pros and cons there. Okay, so we've got a home of the week. You're going to show off?
We've got an awesome home here. I love this home. You know, it's not very often that you find one like this, but this is a great 3-bedroom, all brick ranch, built in the 50s. And what makes this so unique is that it's the original homeowner that still owns this property. I met with her at an assisted living place recently and got to enjoy her feelings here, her memories here. It was just awesome. Her raising all the kids that she raised here, oversized lot. It's a gorgeous home in perfect condition, and we're only asking $94,900 for it. And she wants somebody who will love this home like she and her family have loved it.
A lot of special memories there.
It really is.
It's a great house and a great price too.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Monte, for stopping by.
Thank you so much for the privilege.
And hey, if you need help buying or selling your home, call the Mohr Group at 615-376-4500, or to reach Monte directly, you can call 615-300-8393. We also have a link to the website WeSellHomesForFree.com on the More at Midday section of WSMV.com.